Hello, welcome to video number 78. I'm Mr. Miller, and it's time to do some problems with negative exponents. On our first slide, I just want to review how to rewrite expressions like these with a positive exponent, how to simplify them. So here we go. In our last video, we talked about what 7 to the negative third power means. It means 1 over 7 to the positive 3. It's the reciprocal of 7 to the third. Then sometimes we just kind of work out what this is. So I have a calculator here, and 7 to the third is 343. So we can simplify this as 1 over 343. Okay, 2 to the minus 6. We're going to write this with a positive exponent. It's 1 over 2 to the positive 6, and 2 to the 6 is 64. That one I know. Okay, 10 to the minus 2, we can write as 1 over 10 to the positive 2, and it's equal to 1 over 100. So 10 to the positive 2 is 100, 10 to the negative 2 is 1 over 100. All right, let's do the ones with variables. Okay, so p to the negative 2, the same as 1 over p squared. We're finished with that. That's all there is to it. X to the minus 5th would be equal to 1 over x to the positive 5th, and w to the minus 8 is the reciprocal of w to the 8, so it's 1 over w to the 8th. Okay, now we're moving into some problems like we did with positive exponents, and if we have negative exponents, they kind of work the same way. So when we were doing this kind of problems before, we multiplied the coefficients. So 4 times 5 is 20. And now we're going to multiply the powers of p. When we multiply powers, we add exponents, whether they're positive, negative, or fractions, whatever the exponents are, we add them. So this is going to be 20p to the 3 plus negative 4, which is 20p to the negative 1. And then we rewrite it with a positive exponent. This is going to be 20 over p to the positive 1. Okay? All right, let's do this one. We have 3 kind of terms being multiplied together. So we multiply the coefficients. 6 times 3 times 2 is 36. And then we add exponents. So negative 4 plus 6 is 2, minus 3 is negative 1. Okay, so I just added the exponents like we did before. Now rewrite it. The same as 36 times 1 over n, which is 36 over n. No problem. We do what we always did, and we just rewrite it at the end. Okay, here we go. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Then when I multiply these powers, I add exponents. B to the 4th times b to the negative 4th. Well, when you add those exponents, you just get 0. And anything to the 0th power is just 1. So all of that is just 1. So we just have negative 18. All right, this one, negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Add the exponents. Since we're multiplying powers, we get negative 6. That's 16 times 1 over m to the 6th. I usually leave this step out, but that's kind of showing why we get an m to the 6th in the denominator. And then when we multiply those, we just get 16 over m to the 6th. Okay, let's take it the next step. Here we have a product to a power, and just like we did before, both factors get raised to the power. So this is going to be negative 6 to the 5th. Negative 6 to the 5th is minus 7,776, kind of crazy. Then we have x squared to the 5th, power to a power when we multiply. This is x to the 10th. This one was actually old news. It didn't have a negative exponent. All right, on this one, 2 squared is 4. And here we're going to do a power to a power, so we multiply a to the negative 12. And then I just rewrite it. That's 4 over a to the positive 12. The 4 stayed in the numerator because the negative 12 isn't being applied to the 4, only to the a. All right, 6 to the 4th. All right, so I kind of have to work out what that is. It looks like 1,296. When I multiply powers, x to the negative 24, and then we're going to rewrite it since it has a negative exponent. That's over x to the positive 24. All right, let's do this one. Negative 6 to the 5th. We already solved from the first problem is that. K to the 5th to the 5th. Just multiply. Hey, no negative exponents. We're done. All right, round 3. Okay, now we're starting to get into division problems. And the way we did this in class is we tried to simplify the fraction, the coefficients. So you can use an ABC key to try to reduce it, but negative 2/5 doesn't reduce. So I'm going to write this as negative 2/5. Then, when we're dividing, we subtract the exponents. R to the 3rd minus R to the negative 5th is R to the 8th. If we really want, we can put that in the numerator like this. It kind of looks like what we started with. Okay, 6 over 2 is 3. When you subtract the exponents, 4 minus 1 is b to the 3rd. No negative exponents, we're done. All right, on this one, 5 over 1 is just 5. When we subtract exponents, negative 5 minus a negative 2 equals negative 3. So this is negative 3, which would be 5 over p to the positive 3. All right, 3 over 6 is 1/2. Subtract the exponents, you get negative 8. So that's going to go in the denominator. So we're left with 1 in the numerator and 2x to the 8th in the denominator. All right, I hope you're hanging in there. We just have one more level to do here, round 4, and then we'll have the journal assignment. Okay, so this is still division. We kind of have to do some simplification first. When I look at this first one, the numerator is kind of a mess. I'm going to simplify this. I'm going to do the multiplication. So where you get 2, when we add the exponents, we get n to the 8th, and we still are dividing that by 2n to the 5th. Okay, now we do what we do on the last slide. 2 over 2 is 1. Subtract the exponents, you get 1 n to the 3rd. I was drawing in n. All right, same thing here. Wow, we got to do this first. This is p to the 5th times p to the 12th over p to the 4th. That'd be p to the 17th over p to the 4th. And if we subtract, we just get p to the 13th. No negatives. All right, look at this mess. On the top, that looks ready to go, so I'm going to leave that alone. The bottom, I'm going to try to simplify a little bit. 6 times 4 is 24. A to the negative 3 times a squared is a to the negative 1. B squared times b to the 4th is b to the 6. Okay, still a little messy. That's what the exponent problems are when they're kind of complicated. We just jump in and start trying to simplify. So I simplified the numerator and denominator. Now I can divide. 1 over 24 is 1 over 24. When I subtract the exponents on the a's, 3 minus the negative 1 is actually positive 4. Negative 6 minus 6 is negative 12. It's looking better. I'm just going to clean it up. I have a to the 4th in the numerator. And in the denominator, we have 24 b to the 12th. Okay, these are starting to get pretty complicated. All right, one step at a time. All right, this problem, the denominator is a mess. Let's fix it. So this is 6 x to the minus 4, y to the 3rd. And the denominator, 2 times 4 is 8. I got x to the 4th times x to the minus 4th is x to the 0. Just forget about that. That's equal to 1. We just have y to the minus 4th. Okay, it's better. Let's keep going. 6 over 8 is 3/4. There's only x to the negative 4th. There's nothing to combine that with. Then for the y's, y to the 3rd divided by y to the negative 4. Subtract the exponents, you get 7. Okay, so I see that we're going to have a 3y to the 7th in the numerator. Those are positive exponents. In the denominator, we have 4x to the 4th. All right, that was a lot of ground quickly. So it takes a little practice, but all we were doing is using the same old rules we're always doing, and in the end, rewrite it with positive exponents. Okay, so here are a couple for you that kind of match the slides. and work these out, put them in your journal assignment, and we'll keep practicing in class. Good luck to you.